air guitar. That was a hell of a transition. I don't know what that was.
Mr. Krabs.
Yeah.
Ay.
Welcome to Hot Tag Takes right here on HamiltonRadio.net, channel HR2. I have already instructed to my co-host, PJ Morin. How you doing?
How you doing, baby?
I'm doing good. I have instructed this man not to take his shirt off because our guest today is very sweet, and you should not expose somebody to that on the first show when they're a very sweet person. You should have some class, bro.
Listen, this is like my 40th show. I don't care.
This man got off camera just to sit here and just show his jelly rolls to me with his love handles.
Oh, yeah. No, I went off screen. I just lifted it up, and I did the truffle shuffle. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
On that Goonies stuff.
I forgot the name for that.
Dude, listen, the truffle shuffle is sacred.
Your girl be singing, I could ride my bike with no handlebars. No handlebars.
The Logan Paul reference is despicable.
Dude, I'm fine with it. If the shoe fits, bro. Like, that's all I got to say.
I don't know, pal.
But
I'm like a size 11 and a half. It's tough for people to fit in my shoes.
I'm a size 13, bro. I feel that.
Damn! Big feet.
I
know what that means?
Big socks, which means big hands,
Which means?
big gloves.
Which means?
Now it's just big penis. I have nothing else for that.
Yeah, that's what it means.
But anyways, I am very, very excited to introduce our guest today. This amazing woman that I'm about to bring on the show has a family history in music that dates all the way back to her paternal grandfather. As a shy young girl, she belted out a song at her school's talent show, which has impacted her to this very day. She's an award-winning singer, songwriter, street performer at heart, as well as an ambassador, a lady who established an LLC in her name, and so much more. She's gone from these talent shows to performing at charity events for the New England Revolution soccer team. She's gone from corners on avenues to audiences of 40,000. She's opened for Trace Adkins, the Beach Boys, Jimmy Allen, and many others, and has performed for fellow radio guys like myself, such as Kix Brooks. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Ashley Jordan!
Oh my gosh, you're too kind. Thank you for the intro, though. It's so great to be on the show. You guys are
man, it's great to have you. Did I leave anything out?
No, you are too kind. I was fully prepared to just sit and listen to you guys go back and forth. It's very entertaining.
That's only because it took us about 8 minutes to get on air.
It did.
Nah, how you doing?
Good, so good. Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, so I have something that we can actually go back and forth on a little bit.
Okay.
I don't know how big of a fan you are of Pirates, but I'm a big fan of Pirates. My fiance's a big fan of Pirates.
I'm a big fan of Pirates.
Well, that's just because of the beard. You can already tell that.
Yo, I grew. Listen. Pirates came before the beard and the hair. All right.
I mean, look, man. I'm just saying. We all know you were looking suspect.
Yeah, that's so
So
true. Then I
what
have
I'm
to grow the
about
beard.
to do is give a couple of examples for pirate names, and what you're gonna be. The initial of your first name, so you're going to be a captain regardless. So that means you have to like this. You're already a captain. If your middle name is Morgan, this is the first time I could tell somebody to go drink themselves on air. Which I think is kind of cool.
Because the alcohol.
If it's not, then I just look like an idiot. But
There you go.
So-
It's, very specific.
so my name is Rogue Boots, which is pretty bad. And then you've got PJ, who's Mighty Boots, which is even worse. So I just got to know what month were you born?
July.
July?
Oh.
Captain Silver.
Ooh.
Oh my God,
That's a powerful pirate name, yo.
Listen, I got to tell you, no matter what, nobody is going to be as cool as my cat. Because my cat's name starts with a T, and he was born in September. He's Dreadful Sparrow.
Dreadful Sparrow is pretty cool.
Yeah.
like
It's
that.
badass, right?
Dreadful Sparrow definitely sent many people to hell.
I was like, he is such a scared little shit of everything. He does not deserve this, but it's great. You look at my cat, he's sent many people to hell. And then you just see him laying across my chest.
I mean, listen, pal, isn't that what cats do?
They're
I mean,
so
listen, I love
original.
cats and dogs, but cats are just demonic little thingy things.
Cats are great.
Cats are great. They're great.
They're so great to vibe with. Okay?
Listen, I know not all cats.
So you're a dog person.
If I had to choose, yes.
You
If I
would
choose
get
between
along
the
with
two.
our guests, so just so you know.
I have a solid person, but I do like cats too. I'm allergic, but I still love them. I can like pet them and stuff, but then I just have to go wash my hands and not touch my face.
Okay. You just go on and full on hug them and then go full on EpiPen right in the neck.
Dude, we found out.
Just
that
out here,
So
cat in one hand,
yeah.
EpiPen in the other. You just look crazy.
Yo, we found out my brother was allergic to cats when we went to stay at the time, my dad's girlfriend's house. And she had 2 or 3 cats. And we got there, and about an hour later, his face looked like a tomato, had sex with a balloon, and had a child. And I was like, hey, buddy,
Your face is pregnant.
I know you're 13, but like, are you doing like bad heroin or are you allergic to cats? And he was like, what's heroin? I was like, okay, so the second one.
Oh, poor guy. That's horrible. Yeah, I think that'll definitely do it, especially if it's a couple of them when you have
Yep.
allergies. Enough to set you over the edge, unfortunately.
Yeah, you don't want to watch your brother's face swell like a balloon so he can float away.
Yeah, probably not.
If you fight with him a lot, maybe you do want that. I don't know.
Yo, what? No, my brother's the best. He one thing I do want to point out that I'm in love with right now is I got this shirt from Target like a few months ago, right? I was very happy with the purchase. I was like, damn, this is a nice shirt. You know, I can wear it at the beach because I got it over the summer. And I was like, and you know what? Once fall comes around, I can wear this shirt because like it's a nice looking shirt. You know, like it's not like stuff I usually have. You know, got like stripes and shit. Like I look great, right? And then my shirt was underneath my air conditioner one night. And the water from the air conditioner dripped down onto the shirt, and some of the green bled into the off-white. And it's off-white, so I can't bleach it. So you can see it. You can see that there's some green bled into that off-white,
It's
right?
hardly noticeable. I just saw it for the first
I
time.
don't see it. I
Yeah,
can't see
I
it.
know, because I'm looking at me on the screen, and I can't see it. And the shirt is back, baby! Hell yeah! I'm happy about this.
Just make sure we have a table at the end of the show. That's all I'm gonna say.
I did just move the table with my excitement.
You know, we talked a little bit.
Don't panic because I really can't see it, so I think you're good.
You know, we talked a little bit about, you know, sports, like what teams you were a fan of, how Ashley Jordan can talk about football for 30 seconds or pretend to.
I can do it for like
So-
18 seconds, so,
So
you're doing
fun,
better than me.
so fun fact, you're gonna make me look like a Bills fan if you go through this table because they like to do that. Just so
do
you
we
know.
like the Bills?
Well, I like the Eagles. I don't hate the Bills.
Okay.
I kind of like the Bills just because their fans put themselves through tables, and I want to be like them one day.
You know what? Honestly, I'm
I'm a
not-
big pro wrestling fan, so
That's the only thing I know
Okay,
about the
gotcha.
Bills, and now I like the Bills because
Right?
they put things through tables.
if you want to be a Bills fan, I wouldn't even be mad at you.
Listen,
They're pretty good this year.
I'm a fan. I'm either a fan or a hater of whoever I'm hanging out with. Like if I'm hanging out with an Eagles fan, I hate the Eagles. But if I'm hanging out with like a Giants fan, I'll be the Giants are the worst.
You're a little bit like Abby because there's this bar we go to called Firkin Tavern. I go there because it's where a lot of Eagles fans congregate for games. She just goes there for chicken parm.
Listen, as a quarter Italian person, chicken
Hey,
parm's the
it's
fucking
good
best.
chicken parm. I mean, priorities, you know.
That's
Exactly,
very
right?
true.
You're white, you get it. Chicken
You missed this
parm.
Tony Soprano impression though. Hey, listen.
That's going to be my new NFL team, Chicken Parm.
Listen, Ruben, you're not white. Chicken parm isn't your fucking thing.
Yes, it is. You don't know me very well.
Listen, Ruben, you got a shiny bald fucking head. Nobody was trying to
Hey,
talk
look
to
at
you
this.
and hear that
Look,
from you.
these two big fat M&Ms talking to me.
Listen,
They used to work at-
listen-
That soprano is worse than mine. Jesus Christ.
Listen to these two
I
fucking
thought
guys.
mine was bad.
Listen to these two gaguchas try to be just like me. I know you're older, or whatever, and I'm 20.
You have no fucking idea what it's like to be
Listen,
number
you have no fucking idea what it's like to be number one.
See how he yells at me and abuses me?
Every decision you make affects every other facet of every other fucking thing.
Anyways,
line.
I feel like that's a good segue because we're professionals, right? So, first off,
Oh.
I had a feeling I would enjoy this interview today because we're not both country music performers, but we're both country music fans at heart from places without a lot of country. You being from Massachusetts and myself being from New Jersey. I was a little different. I didn't have country in my roots like you did, but I had a coach that really impacted my life back in high school. His name is John McKenna, God rest his soul. And country music was on during every workout in that high school weight room. And it took me till my senior year for me to start becoming a fan, but he did finally get me to listen to it. He wore me down. It took him 4 years, but he finally wore me down. You know, you get exposed to something enough and you actually listen to it, you know, you tend to become a fan of it. So
Wait, I'm sorry. Your coach played country music while you were working out.
yeah, he always had it on in the weight room.
So you just be hitting a PR, hitting like 245 on the bench. Now maybe lock them doors and turn the lights down low. like I don't know, man. I'm usually listening to some European power metal when I'm trying to lift.
Get a screamo version of it. Put some music on that's soft and slow.
Put some music on the soft and slow. I can't.
Awesome, though.
I can't do a
That you
metal
were-
scream voice yet.
But in that way, I think that's really really cool. And then you kind of started liking it later on after hearing it a bunch.
It took
That is awesome.
It took a few years, and I'm willing to bet you I could put together a pretty good workout playlist of country music if I tried.
You know what?
Okay, I'm willing to bet. I bet you.
You know, I'm going to the gym later today. I'm gonna just do the Ashley Jordan discography while I'm benching today. That's the plan for the day.
But-
And I'll
but-
let you know.
Yo, I checked out that Beatles cover, by the way. He should absolutely play Let It Be while he's benching. Just see what happens.
I have yet to listen to that cover. I listened to like your top 5, and I loved all of them. They were great.
He listened to it in the car. He's acting like he's prepared.
I did.
All right.
I did do that.
But with country being so much deeper in your roots, if you don't mind, I want you to start off by sharing some of your favorite memories from those summers in the Ozarks with your family that you talked to us about in the Boston Voyager. Talk to us about it.
Absolutely. So on my mom's side, so my mom's dad and mom, we spent like all of our summers there. And that's where I really felt like I kind of just gravitated so much to country music. You know, it was
Okay.
always on, it was always playing. And then on my dad's side, my grandfather played like Americana country music. He kind of had that Johnny Cash sound to him.
Okay.
Music about the coal mining and he was just very like the very deep low kind of country. And so I think I kind of had it from both sides. And so, you know, as I was growing up, I was like, I love the storytelling. I love
Oh
just
my
like
God.
you know, the emotion that's there. I just loved that aspect. And I kind of, as I, you know, was writing, I was kind of writing first before I started playing, and the kind of poems turned into music and lyrics. And, you know, I just kind of took off with it. I started street performing. I found this amazing guy in Boston who is actually a Boston street performer, and he would play in the subways. And I actually just went up to him one day and I was like, yo, do you want to teach me how to play guitar like you play? And he was just like, okay.
Is his name John Grier by any chance?
John Gerard, actually.
John Gerard. Okay.
Yeah, the coolest guy. And I told my parents this, and they're like, he's gonna what? You know, because at first look, you know, like tats all up like his head, all up his arms. I'm like 13 years old. My parents are like, what is going on? And he's the nicest, the coolest, most talented guy. And I was like, I just want to play music like the way that you play music, you know? And
Yeah.
every time on the stage, he would always say that, you know, he's like, I don't care how many people are in the crowd, like you play like there's thousands of people in the crowd. Like it's the last time that you're ever going to get to sing that song. And so learning from someone like him was just, again, with all of the country music crossovers, and it was just such a full circle moment for me to just keep pursuing my music, you know?
Oh, I
It was
love that, man. And I love the fact that, you know, she was talking about that Johnny Cash sound.
Yeah, right. Johnny Cash was the first country singer I ever listened to because my dad had like one of those
Oh my
things where
God.
it was like like the long CD thing, like you open it up and like 3 things, and there's like 2 discs. There were like 6 or 8 discs in that thing.
For anybody that has, I don't mean to interrupt you. For anybody that's,
Yeah,
I can't even keep a straight face.
It was banging music, and then my mom said, you're too young for that. And then she gave me a Black Eyed Peas CD and called it a day.
I thought you were gonna say she gave you a black eye. I was like, that could fit.
I mean, that too, but my mom has never laid a hand on me. Shout out to my mom.
You're lucky.
Actually, no. One time I was bad in ShopRite when I was like 4 years old, so she gave me a spanking when we got home. And then I was like, Mom, that sucked.
You were able to wait till you got home.
Yeah, well, she was like, when we get home, you're getting
These
a pants
kids
down
today.
spanking. And I was like, all right. And then she spanked me. And then I was like, Mom, that sucked. And she was like, yeah, I didn't like doing that. I'm never doing that again.
Is that exactly what you said?
Well, I didn't say it like that, but I was like, ow. And then she was like, you know what? I hated doing that to you. I'm never going to do that again. And I was like, say less. And then she tried the hot sauce technique. And now I like harming myself with hot sauce. So thanks,
Same.
Mom, for the hot sauce PTSD.
This is
No,
why
I'm
we're
playing.
friends.
Sriracha's great.
This is why we're friends.
This is why we're friends.
Watch out.
No, we're friends because I'm hot and you just want some.
No. We both just like to hurt ourselves with hot stuff. Actually,
Yeah.
We have a segment on my show with hot sauce, and I had him snotting over here. So
Great. It was delicious. I mean,
man.
because I put like a little bit of the
What
hot
kind of
sauce.
hot sauce? Are we talking like sriracha? Are we talking like red hot? What are we talking? Like,
so we go to Bubba Coos a lot.
Burrito
I've been-
place.
When I order, when me and Abby are like staying in, we order in or something. I normally get the one with ghost pepper on it.
oh snap! So you're hardcore.
That's
okay.
got that. I'm not gonna lie though. That's got me running around the house a couple times.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I have a one chip challenge that my ex bought for me like 3 years ago, and it's still in my room, and I haven't eaten it yet. And I know they recalled them because they're really
You are
bad
so
for you.
lame,
No,
dude.
no.
I did that on the way to a show in Connecticut.
Were you driving?
No, I wasn't driving.
Oh,
but
thank goodness gracious.
Abby drove.
Because
My
I'm about to
God,
say
that's-
that's probably worse than drunk driving.
No, I'm not an idiot. Sort
I
of.
mean, yeah, that's extreme. I mean, I have like on my mom's side like the Spanish and Mexican, so we were all about
Okay.
the hot sauce, the Mexican
love it.
food. So like joke like because my dad obviously where I get my Irish skin from and the Irish obviously.
Shout out
but-
Irish.
yes, and we would joke because he'd be the one sitting there like turning like red from like having like the hot sauce. And I was like, Dad, are you a Mexican or a Mexican? And he would just be like.
Ha ha! I
He'd be
like
like, I
it.
don't know, I married one.
But yeah, everybody, don't sauce and drive.
Don't sauce and drive, guys.
Good habits. Don't sauce and drive.
Coming to you from PJ Morton and John Brecko on Hot Tag Takes. Don't sauce and drive.
What Sean Evans from Hot Ones is not telling you.
Dude, Sean Evans from Hot Ones, all I'm saying is he could get it. That's all. He just look at that bald head.
That's why you like Ruben so much.
Dude, he don't even know yet. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Gotta flirt with the boys.
Exactly.
By the
So
way, I do have to say, I like you're keeping up the whole country vibe with the overalls, man. I love
Gotta
it.
that's probably just her normal streetwear, dude.
Dude, I
this
don't care.
is a regular Wednesday.
Overalls equals country, whether it's streetwear or worn on purpose.
I know that, but like, yeah, you act like she's just normally wears overalls, like she's over here still in her Halloween costume.
Dude, no. I'm just saying I like the like listen, if you saw a metalhead, like, I don't know, like bleeding from his arm, you'd be like, oh, that's super metal. I like that. If you see a country person a country singer wearing overalls, you're like, oh, that's country. That's the thing.
Because we were really expecting you to walk in with a spiked jacket and pink hair.
Yeah. Yeah, with a little
never
Spider-Man
know.
backpack.
You never know. Country's very much a crossover area now, so you see a lot of different types of things. But
See some
You're
Lil
not
Nas
wrong.
X up in there. Did you actually? I don't know if you
It's
saw this.
2023.
I don't know if you saw this. Did you see Lil Nas X's Halloween costume?
no,
He was a tampon.
I was on my way here, and then I was I was on the train. I was scrolling Instagram, and or maybe I was in his car. I don't know. And I
Always
saw there was like a blow up like vagina with a white string coming out of it, and then Lil Nas X was walking away from it wearing a blonde wig that was like tattered red with like, and he was wearing just like a white like cylinder, and the bottom half was red. I was like, dog. I was like, buddy.
The detail, though.
I was like, the detail, it's impressive, but
That's
like,
immaculate.
I'm also gonna puke because like,
You're an immaculate tampon, sir, I must say.
yeah, no, I mean, he makes for a great, yeah.
I never thought I would say a sentence like that in my life.
Yeah, I never thought I'd say that someone looks great for a tampon, but Lil Nas X could get it. That's all I'm saying.
So, next thing that I want to talk about, and then I want to play the first song that we have, which is #1 for you on Spotify right now.
Ooh, wait, was that the Demons one?
Yes.
That one
Next
was
thing I
banging.
wanted to talk about, because I love this story about the girls that were bullying you in high school, and then you wrote a song about them for your talent show your senior year. What
Good
was
for
the
you.
reaction from them afterwards? I know the reaction from the crowd was a very positive one, and they were so happy to hear it. But does that trump the moment the crowd cheered for you at the other talent show when you were a younger kid?
Ooh, that's a good question. Ooh. I mean, part of me, the old Ashley would definitely say the revenge one was real good. The new Ashley
that.
might say the other, you know.
Okay, well, why? Why?
We're
though?
healing and we're growing. We're all on that journey. I respect it.
Exactly, the healing and
Okay.
it takes time, right? But I think that there is an element of just like standing up for yourself, and sometimes that just feels really good.
Yes, bro. I love
But
that.
the one was like an encouraging thing because it was the first time I was really like, I am singing and I am like, my parents didn't even know that I sang. I was just like, oh, I'm going to be in the talent show at school. And they're like, what are you going to like hula hoop? Like, what do you mean you're in the talent show?
Wow,
I'm
that's
like,
messed
I'm not
up.
a hula hoop. Like, thanks so much. I am good at hula hooping, but I
Wow,
was like,
super
no.
supportive mom and dad.
You know, I have a habit because I'm a swim instructor and I have a couple rings that I make kids go to the bottom and go get. I have a habit of twirling them on my fingers. Can we count that?
So what you do with hula hooping is like
Yeah,
the
just
equi-
like.
what you do with hula hooping is the equivalent of like those like little skateboards you used to get from McDonald's, and you go like. Remember
No,
those?
no,
little-
it's like rhythmic gymnastics,
So-
but like,
This is the
you know.
equivalent. This is the equivalent I make of it. So we went to Long Island for a radio show with Tony Walker on Governor's Radio.
Shout out Tony Walker,
And,
great show.
you know, my equivalent to that, her being able to hula hoop and me, you know, twirling rings on my finger, is like Tony lifting up the prosthetic leg when we had no idea about that, and then me dislocating my thumb because I'm double jointed.
This
there.
man has a prosthetic leg, and I did not know that. And
He flipped it over onto
in
us
the middle
mid-show.
of the show, bro just went with his leg.
wait, you how did you not know you guys are friends? How did you not know? What do you mean?
Well, no, he was a host of another show and he brought us on.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I was like, what do you mean? Wow.
Well,
Oh
I
my
haven't seen him
God.
naked yet.
I don't plan on stripping for him. I really don't.
You don't know where I
You
put
know,
cameras.
he thinks I do, but I really don't.
Just check the flower bouquets in your house. I might have some hidden
So
cameras.
there was another part to that. Stop.
I'm fully kidding.
There was another.
He got real. He said, "Stop."
There was another part to that question, right? So what were the Mean Girls' reaction to that? You know,
Oh
because
yes, I'll never forget this as long as I live. But I was like, I was supposed to do one of my other songs that I was releasing at the time that was called Liquid Words, and I was like, you know, instead of playing the song I planned on, and my parents' faces in the crowd, they just like knew. I'm like, I'm just gonna do a new song called "Don't Mess with the Songwriter," and it's dedicated to like, you know, a few girls here in the crowd, you know, all in good fun. And I was like totally savage, right? I was totally savage, and just their whole faces went from like a normal color to just like stark white.
Yo.
Taylor
Like,
Swift did the shit out of these girls.
I was like so savage. I was just like, you know, and I knew that there's nothing anyone can do. I mean, I was up there, the mic was on, it was happening.
Dude,
Yeah.
you straight Tina Fey Mean Girls them, bro.
No, they Tina Fey Mean Girls her, and then she Taylor Swifted them. That's what happened.
Yes. I
So-
think.
So
I'm not
it
sure.
felt pretty good. It was very much like the suppressed like side of me coming out finally, like standing up for myself, you know. So
Yeah.
it felt pretty good.
Oh, that's
but-
awesome,
Dude,
man. I love that story.
How good did it feel to watch
This is
their-
verbal bully beatdown.
How good did it feel to watch their faces just
Oh,
right
yeah,
as
they
you
Flush
started
out.
singing it?
shrunk a few sizes in their seats, just like as far as possible down in their seats.
Yo,
Like I was
as someone who also got bullied throughout how the British would call primary school, kudos, dude. Kudos. That's a phenomenal feeling. Just to pull one over on the like, oh yeah, you've been a dick for years. You're done.
But the
I know,
but
it was
this is
hardcore.
this is how I know she's a real sweetheart, right? Because I used to get bullied at school too, and I still remember a lot of the things, you know, people said to me, did to me, and now anytime somebody says something slick to me, I'm ready to fight. So
Fair.
that's how you know she's the nice one.
I mean, now listen. When someone says something slick to me, I'm just like, all right, pal. Keep being unhealed. That's all good, pal. I'm sitting here in my bubble. I'm doing my comedy. I'm a ginger, hard R and everything. I'm doing good.
Soulless man.
I think that's part of it is just like accepting yourself and loving yourself. So when people say stuff nowadays, you can just laugh it off because
That's
you're just
right.
like, oh,
Exactly, yo. If you're not with me, that's fine. Not everyone got to be with me.
It's
Yeah.
it's just I know when when you know we're having a laugh, we're having a joke, and I know the difference when somebody's actually being smart.
That's fair. I mean,
Oh, yeah,
listen.
there's- yeah.
I know you're quick to jump. I know you're. Excuse me. Sorry, sponsored by not hard seltzer. This is regular seltzer. I promise this isn't hard seltzer.
Yes, it is.
Did you want to sip?
Don't sauce and drive. Don't be like PJ.
Don't sauce and drive. Yeah, no, I know you're the type to jump to the fight. For me, and that's not a diss at all. I fully respect that about you. But
He knows a recent story about me. That's why he's saying that.
I wasn't even saying that. Just in general, I respect that trait. But it's gonna happen one day. So like I usually I'm like, yeah, fine, yeah, whatever. You say your thing, whatever, pal. But like,
Yeah.
I know one day someone's gonna say something slick, and I'll be like, I'll do 2 to 5 years for this. Bam!
Listen,
Exactly.
I'll get it out of my system.
Weigh the options.
listen.
Exactly.
If I can stick to where I'm going with my life of one fight every 6 years, I can live with that.
Hell yeah. I don't think I've actually ever been.
That's my current trajectory.
I haven't
as a
been in
grown
any
man.
honest to God actual fights. I think like one of the only physical altercations I've actually been in were either with my dad or long story,
Wow,
or
you're making yourself sound real good now, pal.
or I won and I was little. I was
threw
in
that in my
7th
face.
grade, or no, I was in 8th grade. I was doing Les Mis for my middle school play production, and this one kid was just a little dick, and he came up behind me and he tried to sweep my legs, and he couldn't because I was a fat little kid.
It's a sad musical. Emotions are high.
Oh yeah. I was really good at dying. I died like 4 times in that play. I did great. And then I put him in a headlock, like reverse headlock, so like his head was right here and like his rest of the body's right here.
I did that to someone.
And then I gave him like I wanted to humiliate him, so I just gave him the hardest slap on the ass I could, like a baby that was doing like a 4-year-old that was a bad in a shop
about to say, he
and
had
needed a pants
flashbacks.
down spanking.
That's
except,
a PTSD moment.
Except I respected his boundaries, so I didn't take his pants off. I just did it over the jeans, and it was jeans. Like jeans are padded. You know
Nice,
what I'm
man.
saying? You got overalls on. You know what I'm saying? They're padded. They're nice. So
Most the worst, what people used to do is like table topping people, like just
that happened to me like so many times in middle school.
the worst.
And then
Like,
this-
talk about someone, like, their neck. Like, thanks so much.
You know what? I've told this story on one other podcast, on my Big Fat podcast. Shout out to, I'm forgetting his last name. Oh my God. He was a friend of mine for years, but high school
Jan
ended.
Michael Condi.
No.
Terrell.
Gianni, shout out Gianni Vivas, yo.
Oh.
Gianni Viva. Yo, I was in middle school and there were these kids who were like, I don't know, like I was like dancing. I was a little fat white. I kind of looked like a lesbian because like I had short hair and no beard, and I was a fat little white kid. And a bunch of these kids from the other side of town surrounded me and started like dancing like this around me. And I was like, yo, what are y'all, male strippers? Like, what are y'all doing? And they were like, oh, male strippers, yo, guys, he's gay. And then I was like, nah, you're just doing the same shit from Magic Mike. They were like, Magic Mike, this kid's gay. And then,
Should have thrown napkins on him. Just been like,
yo, tell them to clean, just throw napkins on them, tell them to clean their act
No.
up. You know what I'm saying? But then, so they
I
tabletop
was just
me.
thinking, make it look like money.
They tabletop me twice, but after my friend Gianni had gotten there after the first one, and I told him about it, and he was like, "Yo, it's fucked up. If they do it again, let me know." He saw them do it to me again. Now I didn't work out. I was a tiny little 6th grader, and these kids were like in 8th grade. This kid got, and he's just always been built big. He grabbed the kid that tabletop me, swung him around, and then slammed him right into the wall like he was hitting a home run.
Oh my God.
There's a
look out.
wrestler I know with a move that looks just like that.
I don't know. We're just trading bullying stories, I think, at this point. So that was a W for me.
He had a
Shout
lot-
out Gianni Vivas, yo, what a king.
He had a lot he needed to get out.
I'm
Clearly.
gonna send him that link later. I'll be like,
No,
yo,
I
Gianni.
understand. Listen, I remember the stuff like it was literally yesterday. Like,
Yep, it sticks with you, yo.
yesterday. That's how it stays in your head, especially words. Actually, even more so than physical like action. It's the words that you have to like work.
Yep. Yep.
That you have to work through. You know,
Yeah.
it's rough. I get it,
I
but
hear
like,
you.
yeah, I do remember that was like a trend for a while. It was like table topping people. I'm like, y'all, someone's gonna like break a neck. Like, take it easy.
Wait, if you don't mind me asking, just so I can gauge the same grades and whatnot. How old are you?
I'm 28.
28.
She's my age. Yay.
Nice.
When do you turn 29? Oh, July.
July.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'm a January baby.
Oh my God, no way. Okay.
Yo, shout out Aquarius people. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
I'm a Capricorn. Shout out.
I don't care about astrology at
Yeah,
all.
I don't know. I mean, listen, my girl's into astrology, so like I pick up a thing or two.
Does she like read people, like just like ask them, like, you know, try to find out their rising, their moon? Is she one of those?
She asked me like once, but she's not like super into that stuff. I've had people be,
Okay.
I've met people, and within the first 2 minutes, what's your rising? What's your moon? I'm like, oh, I don't know. And then they pulled out an app, and they're
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, but what time were you born? Just tell me. And then
Yep.
they put it in, and then the first 15 minutes of our first interaction is, oh, so you're a Taurus rising and a Scorpio
God.
moon.
Yep.
Actually, no, I think I'm a Capricorn moon. I don't know what my rising is. It might be Taurus. I'm not sure. I don't remember or care.
I found out everything I was up to my Mars.
Ashley, what is your rising sun?
I don't care.
Honestly, I have no idea.
Thank
All
God.
I know is for July, like Cancer or whatever. Like I don't know
Yeah,
any
thank
of
you.
them.
Yeah.
No one cares. No, but so
As long as she's not a Gemini.
hold on. So because we
So
Sorry.
Abby's a Gemini. Thank you very much.
Oh,
With a Cancer either.
I just offended his fiance. My bad, pal. Listen, I know a lot of people that are Geminis, and I don't like them.
I'm sure there's some great ones out there.
Abby's great. Abby's great. That is the first Gemini that I know is a
Nice.
Gemini that is cool.
Okay, that's nice.
Shout out Abby.
Anyways, so we've talked about the Ozarks. We've talked about bullies. I think it's a good time to play Angels and Demons. What do you think?
That'd be awesome. I love it.
All right.
Great
Anyway,
call.
so Ruben is going to get that ready for us. We've got her #1 hit on Spotify right now, Angels and Demons. We're playing that right here on Hamilton Radio. Ashley Jordan, Angels and Demons. Let's hear it.
You opened the door and I was screaming. Slammed your fist into the wall, then you shouted back at me. Down the hall, we were just two kids, lost in this real world. It's not a fairy tale like they told us it would be. We were crashing, drowning, just trying to save ourselves. Calling out my angels, calling out my demons. I don't know how to be somebody you love, somebody who wants you, somebody who needs you, somebody to fill the rest of your days. Calling out my angels, calling out my demons. I don't know how to be somebody you love, somebody who wants you, somebody who needs you, somebody to fill the rest of your days. I jumped in my car and I was leaving. You ran right into the road, tried to block my way. You can't let me go. We were just two hard heads, losing our tempers. Not as painless as we thought it would be. We were stumbling, crawling, just trying to break our fall. Calling out my angels, calling out my demons. I don't know how to be somebody you love, somebody who wants you, somebody who needs you, somebody to fill the rest of your days. Wish I could be the one, wish I could be love, wish that we could be enough. Wish I could be the one, wish I could be love, wish that we could be enough. Calling out my angels, calling out my demons. I don't know how to be somebody you love, somebody who wants you, somebody who needs you, somebody to fill the rest of your days. Calling out my angels, calling out my demons.
I'm trying to stay hype, and that fade out with the guitar was so beautiful that it didn't help. Angels
Yo.
and Demons right here on Hamilton Radio, an Ashley Jordan original. We are back here live talking to Ashley Jordan right now. And while we're on the topic of your country roots, I don't want to understate how important Nashville is to you as well. You've worked with so many amazing people there, and you've talked about how you're always inspired whenever you're there. Some examples are Scotty Sanders, who's played on albums from Blake Shelton, Sam Hunt, Cody Johnson, and others. There's also Joel Keys, Cole Swindell's acoustic guitarist, excuse me. John Conley, who's a music partner of Kenny Chesney. Do you have a personal favorite trip to Nashville? I'm just curious because obviously you've been there your fair share of times.
Yeah, I mean, I've been going there for years and years. Honestly, ever since I kind of started into music. I started into music really young. I was about 13 when I started out kind of in the business.
Right.
And ever since then, I just had that connection to country. I mean, it kind of started out a little bit folky and a little singer-songwriter, and it kind of morphed into country because that's just what I really loved. And,
Okay.
so I started kind of making my way down there for competitions and, talent shows and gigs. And, for the longest time, for years, 5 or 6 years, I was kind of just touring and going and playing around anywhere where I could go and play. And, Nashville
Nice.
just kind of seemed like that natural place to be,
Nice.
definitely still feels that way for me. It's very nostalgic and it's ever growing. And, I love the songwriting piece of everything. That's where I feel like my heart really is. I love the performance aspect and the recording and just being able to get to be a part of that scene it's an honor. It's really awesome to get to be there. It's a great vibe there.
Yeah, man. I love that. Yo, so before you go, I saw a TikTok video where you're dancing with your guitar and procrastinating on packing. Be honest, was the only thing you packed your guitar? It really looked like that was the direction that was heading. And I know that's how I've been when I've gone to places. So, is the only
Yeah, I
thing you
know,
packed your
well-
guitar?
So funniest thing really quick is that I hate flying. So a lot of the times we'll just drive. And so, but we have to kind of pare down in the car. So I was like, okay, guitar, one guitar, two guitars. Like I have the hardest time committing to packing. I don't know if it's just the overwhelming aspect. So I just avoid it altogether. And then I wait to the last moment and then
Yeah.
wonder why I
Yeah,
don't.
I'm like, yeah, same.
I've done that too. But now that we've talked about all those different amazing people, talk to me about Husky too, man.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, my producer. He's amazing. I had started working with him a couple years ago and I recorded actually my first Nashville album there, which I'm still releasing songs, like singles from the album. And
Yeah.
I cut a couple more demos, not too long ago. And I'm hoping to head back there soon, hopefully, to record. And he's such a great guy. He's so talented and such an honor to get to work with him. He's one of the best, so I love it. I love it. I mean, like I said, I love every aspect of being in that zone and especially recording and being in Nashville. It really is. It's such a creative space. It's such a inspirational space to be in, especially when you're in the studio. So he's so great. I feel honored to have gotten to work with him for as long as I did.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I think it's fair to say he's been a mentor to you. I'm sure you talk to him all the time, and I would consider Ruben, the producer here, to be the same thing, if I'm
Oh,
being
totally.
100% honest.
Look at that
Do you
cute
still
man.
talk to John Gerard at all? The guy who taught you to play guitar?
I haven't in a long time. He quit music a long while back, which was super devastating for me just because he was such a
That's a shame.
someone I looked up to and such a mentor. But I think we're still connected, like social media and stuff. And it's funny that you say that, but I was thinking the other day that I wanted to reach out to him and see if he's kind of back into playing and, if he'd ever want to do something together or like a song would be
I would,
No.
even if he's not, I would just talk to him and just see what's up with him.
yeah.
If it were me, especially if you're thinking about it already.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
he's great. He's such an amazing person and he really helped me a lot. So I would love to do that for sure.
Yeah, man, 100%. So I want to play the next song here for everybody, and then we're going to talk about, as many more different things as we can. I know Ruben said, we got to get off sometime between 1:30 and 2. I know the next show's coming into the studio around 1:30. So, we'll be off sometime then. But I want to play the next song that you sent me, and then I want to play one more after that I know means a lot to you, and I want to make sure that we play that. So we've got our next song ready. We've got Am I Gonna Survive by Ashley Jordan right here on HamiltonRadio.net. Number 2 on Spotify.
This one was also really good.
Those are the 2 he listened to, by the way. That's how you know.
Hey.
Am I Gonna Survive right here on HamiltonRadio.net.
Did that just happen? Or am I falling apart? It's the middle of the day, but the room has gone dark. Please stop talking. Step away from the door. I can't handle you telling me the truth anymore. And I asked my papa, am I gonna live with this pain forever? Is it gonna hurt real bad when I see the light? Is it gonna kill me? Is it gonna heal me? Is it gonna bring me closer, closer, closer to God? Papa, am I gonna survive with this pain in my heart forever? Love is so fleeting. Life is a screen. I'm waiting and praying to end this dismal dream. I know where to run. Just follow my heart. Go home to my roots and make a fresh start. And I asked my papa, am I gonna live with this pain forever? Is it gonna hurt real bad when I see the light? Is it gonna kill me? Is it gonna heal me? Is it gonna bring me closer, closer, closer to God? Papa, am I gonna survive with this pain in my heart forever? Everyone's looking, but nobody sees that I'm falling apart as I drop to my knees. And I asked my papa, am I gonna live with this pain forever? Is it gonna hurt real bad when I see the lights? Is it gonna kill me? Is it gonna heal me? Is it gonna bring me closer, closer, closer to God? Papa, am I gonna survive with this pain in my heart forever? Oh, forever. Oh, forever.
I love that ending. Let me know you hear me speaking. Am I Gonna Survive by Ashley Jordan right here on HamiltonRadio.net. And
Such a relatable song.
I
Hits
gotta-
right in the feels, yo.
yeah, man. Because, you want to know what?
What?
I've definitely felt that way before after
Yeah.
breakups.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I had a really bad one, 5-6 years ago before Abby.
Yeah,
And-
I had a pretty bad one a year and a half ago. Yeah, that stirs up some old.
But
Yeah.
let me give everybody a hot take for hot tag take. I think country music artists by far are the best storytellers in music. Just my opinion. You've got people that make amazing lyrics. You've got people that tell stories. I think country artists are some of the best storytellers. I think you're an exceptional storyteller even for that.
Yeah,
And I want you to know
I have
that.
to agree with that.
So
You.
I just wanted to make sure I got that out there. That's all.
Listen, pal.
Oh, thank you so much.
country
I love it. I feel like it's an outlet, you know, it's such a really good way to just express yourself and, you know, get things
Yeah.
off your chest and, you know, I really enjoy it. I really do.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah,
Were you
no.
gonna say something?
Yeah, no, I was gonna say I think there's definitely like a lot of music that that tells a story, and I think I feel country music definitely is the best storyteller when it comes to like real shit, like struggles that like you can relate with, that like, oh wow, I really feel what's going on in this song. But like that's what I love about music, because like there's also a lot of phenomenal storytelling, but there's differences. Like take like I'm a big metalhead, like European power metal, for example. Like I assume you're not familiar with the band Glory Hammer, but there's a whole thing about wizards. And
You did put me on the
Scotland.
Glory Hammer.
It's really good. There's wizards in Scotland, and Earth explodes at the end of
You see
album
why?
2. And there's an alternate dimension, and then there's another alternate dimension, and then there's like a magical hammer. Great storytelling, but like I can't relate to being a prince of Scotland.
Oh, I hear what
You know
you're
what I mean?
saying.
There's like emo rock where it's like, oh wow, like this really like brings back to when I was feeling like my lowest. You know what I mean? But then there's music like what we just listened to where it's like that sounds like it's describing an exact thing that happened to me at one point in time.
Oh,
I
that's really
mean,
cool.
Because some artists take stories that they've heard from other people, and some artists take stories that, you know, they've experienced from their own life. So I gotta ask, since we're on the topic of it right now, what do you normally do?
Yeah, so I feel like it's a good mixture. I mean, a lot of it is things that I've experienced, but I think as I've grown as a songwriter, it's very much a mixture of sometimes like, you know, movies or books or people in my life going through certain things. You know, because like you said, good storytelling, you can kind of step outside of a story and say, you know, what was this person feeling, or what were they going through, and what was that like, you know, in that journey that they had, whatever it might be. And especially with that song, I mean, I think that song can come across in a lot of different ways, like either a breakup or grief and loss of losing someone, or kind of losing someone not by death, but just losing them from your life, and
Right.
not being able to somebody feels very similar to like the loss of when you really lose someone. I mean, it's a different type of loss. And I was really kind of exploring that and just the changes that happen, and that moment when someone tells you something and it changes your life forever. Like before that moment, everything was fine. And then the minute after that moment happens, how your whole life kind of changes based on whatever it is that someone just told you. And so I was kind of like vibing off of that feeling, and what would that look like, and who would I go to, and, you know, talking about my dad, and, you know, so that
Yeah.
one's definitely a personal one. But yeah, I definitely like to approach like all different angles of the songwriting, because I feel like it really gives me that outlet, and, you know, just to express myself in so many different ways, you know.
Yeah, I like that. So I'm gonna go to something that I thought was so random when you went on the David Bradley show. I tried to listen to it. I wasn't able to find it. And everything else you guys said you talked about makes sense. And then I read Sasquatch somewhere in there. So I'm trying to think about what made you want to talk about Sasquatch. Because, you know, we're talking about dogs, music, performing, and then there's just Sasquatch. And I'm like, Nemo Dory, what the
Shout out to David, but he had all of this Halloween stuff all over his walls to celebrate Halloween. And he had this little, I can't even describe it because it was the coolest thing, this little like Yeti figurine, like Bigfoot figurine.
It's probably
And so
Star Wars.
I don't even know. And so I was like, Sasquatch. And he was talking about how someone had come on the show and given that to him. And so we started talking about Sasquatch. I don't know if it ended up being on the show or if it's in the full length. God, we talked for like 2.5 hours. So God only knows what happened. But we talked about it because I used to like watch like hardcore, like BFRO, like all the Bigfoot stuff. I just thought was really funny and cool and very entertaining. Don't get me wrong. And so, yeah, we just kind of talked about it, and I was like, oh, geez, like we just talked about that on the air. Like,
Dude, that's awesome. I love doing that on air. Bigfoot and swingers. That's how you know you have a good radio show.
Bigfoot and Swingers. Shout out to Hot Tag Takes with John Brecco and PJ Morin.
Woo! Let's go.
A new like band name or something, like the Bigfoot Swingers or something.
Bigfoot swingers. Ooh, we
No,
do have
no, no,
we
no.
do have big feet.
No. Sasquatch Swingers.
There you go. Yeah, you got to run with the. Yeah,
That's a
I think
tongue
that-
twister.
Yeah, double S.
Dude, say that 5 times
And
fast.
now, keep it going for this is a Sasquatch Swinger.
He can't even say it right one time.
No, you got to do the s part.
He said Skasquatch.
I said squasquatch, actually.
Squasquatch,
I
that's
misspoke.
excuse
hard
me.
to- Yeah, it doesn't roll off the tongue necessarily. Maybe
Squasquatch.
Yeah,
He said-
Sasquatch sinners or something. The
he said-
Sasquatch sinners.
Ooh, the Sasquatch Sinners.
Make it
yeah.
badass. I like it.
Little
Sasquatch.
creative, yeah.
He's
The Squasquatch.
Thank you for being respectful though. He said it with the hard squaw.
Squasquatch Swingers Sinners.
That's disrespectful. You can't say Sasquatch with the hard
the
squaw.
Stellar Sasquatch Sinners.
Don't make it
Swingers.
worse.
It's complicated.
So-
Gets worse and worse as you go along.
Stop and Shop. That's another thing that starts with an S.
That's not about Sasquatch. That's PTSD.
Wawa also starts with an S.
Wawa?
Yes, it's silent.
What? Stop.
Brings
Do
all
you
that.
know about Wawa? You're from Boston, so
Mm-mm.
no. Yeah, she doesn't
No.
even know. Why?
Nah,
why are we
dude.
bringing Wawa?
No,
into
dude,
this?
Joe Rogan Land does not know about Wawa. I'm sorry, that's what you're known for, man. You're known for Joe Rogan and Tom Brady. That's what Boston's known for. That and Quincy Market. I had a very good hot dog there one time.
Oh yeah.
I did, dude.
I don't even know about Quincy Market. I guess it's
Dude.
even now.
There was this guy who had like a hot dog stand, and like I don't know, I was in like 8th grade, bro. Like steamed up that bun. Hot dog was cooked to the perfect temperature. You don't gotta wait for it to cool off, but it's still fully cooked. Oh my god.
Next level.
Yo,
Next
shout
level,
out to the hot dog guy at Quincy Market from like 6 years ago. How you doing?
I like that. So we don't have a ton more time. There's so many things that obviously I still want to ask you. But again, there's one song I want to play, and I know there's one other thing that you wanted to talk about, and it's your dog Charity, Forever Love. Which, shout out to all my kitty lovers, by the way, just so you guys know.
Dogs and cats alike, man. All pet lives matter.
Yo, you know the movie Cats and Dogs gave me a nightmare when I was 6 years old?
I have never heard of that once in my life, except for.
I don't
2
know
seconds
how I got a nightmare from this movie, but like it was so bad.
Yeah, no, I support when we support both the cats and the dogs. Like when we do our donations, it's for like shelters. So
Yeah,
like
no, I get you.
cats to dogs to guinea pigs to
Y'all don't
whatever.
discriminate.
I just want to represent. That's all.
That's
For
facts.
sure. I love cats. Cats are great.
One question I do want to ask you before we get into the song, though, if you had to collab with literally anybody, dead or alive, who and why?
Ooh, dead or alive? That's a tough one. I think that, I mean, I have a lot of people that I really love, but I think right off the bat, I would love to collab with Garth Brooks, maybe James Taylor. Those would be my top two.
You had me
Yeah.
at Garth.
Yeah.
Garth or James Taylor. Like just growing up on that music, like I feel like that'd be kind of rad.
Garth Brooks is still alive, right? I gotta
Yeah.
make sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
All right.
he is.
You know what's so
Both
funny?
of them.
So
are.
I feel like alive would be Garth Brooks and dead would be Johnny Cash. Would I be wrong?
Yeah, I could see that definitely.
Okay.
I would definitely say that.
I don't know. If I had to collab with someone who's dead or alive,
Halloween Country Monster Mash for the ages.
I don't know. I'd probably collab with like Caesar before he got stabbed, just to like pick his brain, understand his motivations.
Yeah, but anyways, Forever Love, you know, I'm a professional here, okay? Forever Love, you guys donate supplies and you guys do a bunch of different things for animals. I think you can explain it a little bit better than me. So talk to us about Forever Love.
Absolutely, yeah. So I mean, it started in 2017 after I adopted my my little German Shepherd Ranger from this really adorable shelter. They were all like literally, this shelter was out of their home in Maine, and we went to go look, and Ranger was like the last dog there. Poor little thing, like quivering in his
Aw.
cutest little thing. And I hadn't even planned on getting a dog, but I was like, that's going to be my dog. And down by the couple before us because he had a broken, like his ear is like broken, and they wanted like a shepherd with the ears. And I was like, this makes sense. Like we're like meant to be together. We're both got our issues, you know, it works. And so we adopted Ranger, and I just fell in love with this organization called The Going Gets Rough. And basically they would go and rescue dogs from Puerto Rico, from all over the state, like travel in their van and just pick up dogs, like off the side, dogs and cats literally off the side of the road, and just nurture these animals. Like they all worked, like this is a family, right? Mom, dad, like a bunch of daughters, and they all worked all these jobs just to pay the bills, like for the animals, to sustain like the care for the animals in the yard, and just like everything that they did was for the animals. And I thought, like, it made me emotional. I was like, this is incredible that you guys give up your lives. Like this is your life. Like they can't even leave their house. Like it's everything, because they have 30 dogs, like all everywhere running around. And so at first it started as a way, like, let's start this organization to help them because they're not state funded. And when a shelter's not state funded, again, they're all working just to pay for food and not getting enough you know, funds to get by, just to support themselves and support the dogs and the cats. And so it started as just a very small scale, like we'll support them, I'll collect stuff here, we'll bring it to them. And then it just grew. Like it kind of feels like over a year it just grew, and we started kind of going around to all the different area shelters that didn't have state funding. Even some of the ones that did have state funding, we would give supplies, we would like help with adoption, social media, getting the word out there. And we just would do whatever we could to support truckloads of items, you name it. We would do events to raise money if all they really needed was money for vet bills to take care of the dogs. And so it kind of grew from there, and we've just been doing it steadily and growing it steadily over the years. And it's been really rewarding because I'm such an animal person, especially a dog person, cat person. It's been great. It's been really, really nice to be able to help in that way, you know?
I love that. No, I really do. Thank you for all the work you do for just animals in general, because we have 2 cats, and one of them actually has special needs. He's got a head tilt from an uncured ear infection. One of the sweetest cats you could ever meet. His pirate name is Scallywag Sparrow, by the way. We got the Sparrow Boys in our house.
That really
Just
is.
so you know.
That really is awesome, though. Like to help, raise money for those not, and even the ones that are state funded. Just helping animals have a nicer life. It's very respectable. I respect the hell out of it.
Absolutely. No, thank you. And I think that my problem is that if I could, I would literally go through and adopt every animal. And until I can do that, and I have my own land and property to do that, I'm like, this is the only way I can help right now, because I literally can't adopt one more dog.
Send them all off to paradise in the Ozarks over here.
Literally, that's totally the plan. Like 100%.
I'm not even mad at that, honestly. But
you can come visit. It'll be a whole thing. Play with the puppies and the kitties. You know, like.
that'd be a good hangout spot too.
Right?
Yeah, right. Just throw a banger with all the animals.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you.
Animal rescue / swinger convention.
Yeah. Whoa. Wait. Hold on.
Whoa.
I'm sorry. This is the first show. I gotta remember. I already told you to keep your shirt on. So
Yeah, dude. I'm still very upset about that.
yeah, right. It's okay.
but
You'll be all right.
That we made it thus far, and
Yeah, no, I'm impressed.
Dude,
Yeah.
no, but the thing is, you don't understand. I don't take off
Like,
my
not even the watches come off.
You don't know. Fuck you. You don't even understand. I do not take
That
off
was
my
so worth
shirt
it.
for gratification. I take
Yes, you
off
do.
my shirt because it's funny, and I like
You do
doing
it for both.
because it's funny.
You do it for.
I don't do it for both.
Yes, you do.
I need to start doing more cardio.
Ruben, does
it's
he do
not
it?
for gratification.
Ruben, does he do it for both?
He does it for both, and
Oh, another reason.
You know what? Fine. I can't take off my shirt on the camera. Fine. Boom. Tits are out.
we lost him.
At least he went off camera, but he throws his shirt into it.
sure, so you threw in the towel.
Put it back on off camera.
Oh no, I have another shirt.
Oh, yeah, this is short sleeve one. I'm
No.
sorry. Oh, is
Wow,
it?
that's everybody.
I'll just put it on your chair.
Cool.
This is PJ's white flag of surrender for the show,
He's
ladies
gonna
and
have to
gentlemen.
you're gonna have to do a hot
There
tag takes.
you go.
beach
He
edition.
made it pretty far, you know. It was
So when
good
you go
while
on the
it lasted.
beach,
Well,
you
he
have your
kept.
shirt off all
Well,
day
he
long.
kept it off air. You know, like in those like film noir '40s movies where like something sweaty's about to happen, and then they just cut to the next scene where they're putting their clothes back on.
There you
That's
go.
kind of what PJ just did.
You know, I got the Biggie Small shirt on.
How do
Nothing
you
for
go
inter-
from that shirt to Biggie Smalls?
nothing like interviewing a country guest with some good old '90s rap shirt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. Get the country artist on here. I love it when you call me Big Papa.
I love it when you call me Big Papa. Throw your hands in the air if you's a true player.
Now he's gonna try to do a Biggie Smalls impression.
I kind of have some of the cadence, but I don't have the voice.
He's done a half decent Snoop Dogg, so I wouldn't say it's impossible.
Oh, I forgot I could do that. Yeah, and Dr. Dre too.
Oh, you can do Dr. Dre?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yo, on the way to the train station, we're gonna listen to "Bitch Please 2" by Eminem, and
I
I'm
use-
gonna do Dre, Snoop Dogg, Zibbit,
Sorry,
Nate
yeah,
Dogg.
get to the next
No,
song.
you know what's so funny? There are 5 musical artists in that song. 4 of them are black. 1 of them is white. Eminem's the white one, and then the other ones are Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, Zibbit, and Nate Dogg. I do a better impression of the 4 black guys than I do the 1 white guy.
That is kind of funny.
He's got a very specific sound, though. He's got a very specific sound. I feel like that
Which
one's
one?
a little bit. Eminem.
Yeah, no, like it's hard because like it's like nasally, but like
Yeah.
not nasally, but like
Yeah.
higher, but like not too high.
It's
like,
high and nasally.
Yeah, it's like I'm not trying to toot my own horn. It's like I'm good at like mimicking. Like I'm good at like vocal inflections, impressions, whatever. But like that one's just like it's a tough one to get down.
I've tried to do a Luke Bryan impression in my car. I don't know how good it is. But like I'm trying to be like Ariana Grande doing Britney Spears here. That's what I
Oh
feel
no,
like.
big slim dog, 80-pound balls, big 6-inch thong, back up in the easy baby. It's shady. He's so crazy. Give me the mic.
right.
Let me recite to Timothy White.
All right, this is gonna be a hell of a segue to this song. But I want to make sure we play this song for you because I know how much this song means to you. I'm not gonna say which one it is. You probably have an idea of what it might be, but I have had Ruben cue it up on YouTube before the show just to make sure we were prepared, and I wanted to make sure we played this to you because I know what it means. So
Ashley, how you doing, Ashley? It's Ruben.
Hi, how are
Hey,
you?
Ashley.
That's our producer in the box.
Hi.
Hi. I'm going to ask you to mute your microphone because
Yep.
in order for us to play the YouTube, we play it's on the same channel. So if you mute it, and
Okay,
then when the
yeah, I
song is
got it.
done,
I'll do that right now.
okay, and when the song is done, you can unmute it.
Okay, awesome.
Awesome.
PJ, stop taking your shirt off on air.
Next time it'll be the pants.
No, please don't.
It's so dark, just specks of light, thrown off course and poised for a fight. Look the other way, don't offer a hand. The color is all muted, just gray and tan. And it's okay, it's gonna be alright. I don't feel alone on this lonely night. In the depths of darkness, I feel him watching. When I stop to listen, I still hear him talking, talking. Now she's gone to heaven and she's joined the others. I lift my eyes and learn to recover. I listen for their voices. I'm hoping for a sign.
I had to do the switch over. All right, and go.
That was a
All
certified
right,
bop.
everybody. Still Hear 'Em Talking by Ashley Jordan. That one I just wanted to make sure. When I was, doing research and everything, I found out, the song, I found out the story behind it, and then I found out, different things that happened, including, the pandemic, the tornado hit in Nashville, and, just a bunch of other stuff that happened before the song was released. So, from what I read, it sounded like all those different things, the tornado, the pandemic, kind of pushed the release back. So
Yeah.
was this the original plan for the song either way, and that just kind of, added something to it, or?
Yeah, I mean, I think the pandemic changed so many things. Not even just obviously the music industry, and when I had recorded everything, I had kind of originally planned to just release it right away, and I was lucky enough that I did that right before the pandemic really hit. And I just kind of released it during, and I felt like it was the right time. It was the emotional song that meant a lot to me for personal reasons, for loss of my grandparents, and so many different things that played into that. But I felt like it was such a good time to just talk about that, because so many people
Yeah.
were losing loved ones and people that were so important in their lives. And I feel like everyone in some respect can relate to when you've lost somebody, that you still hear them talking. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter how much time has passed, how long it's been, you still hear their voice, or you think you see them, or there's just remnants of them. It's just like wherever you go, you're feeling that. It was kind of a play on of like, I still hear him, like my grandfather, and then kind of like about God in a way, like I still hear him
Yeah.
talk. So it was kind of a dual meaning, and that felt at that time so good to me to be able to kind of release that in so many different ways.
I still hear people I've lost. I still hear people that, aren't in my life anymore. So I feel that.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah. No, I absolutely can relate with that.
Yeah, man.
That entire sentiment. Yeah.
100%. But I appreciate you being on here today. 100%. Thank you so very much for just taking the time to hang out with us, put up with our tomfoolery,
Our Tom
put up
Diddley
with
foolery.
put up with the shirts flying everywhere.
It's my thing. What are you gonna
But-
do about it? Ah.
Someone called him a Burt Kreischer ripoff one time.
Fuck
I don't
that.
believe it.
Fuck that.
I don't believe
I
that.
was the shirt taker offer in school before I even knew who that the machine guy was. He's a great comic, a funny guy. I'm seeing him in December. I can't wait.
It's
I look up to him.
perfect.
He's great.
Guys are
great. I don't
very
know why
authentically yourselves, and that's what makes it so great.
Yeah,
So
we're both authentically just no shirt people, and that's fine.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So just because Obama was the president, does that mean no one else can be the president anymore? No, not at all. Just because someone's really good at country music, does that mean that other people can't do country music? No.
I mean,
So
we
he
did have
takes off
Seth
his
Bunting
shirt,
on here,
I
so
can also take off my shirt. Boom.
he's so salty. I love it.
Fuck you, John.
This is like me after getting bullied.
I like taking my shirt off, and you'll never stop me, John.
Did you have fun?
I did. Thank you guys so much for having me. It
Thank
was
you
really,
so much
really
for coming
awesome.
on.
Once again, thank you for coming on. One of the
Beautiful
sweetest
track,
and most
Ashley.
talented people, one of the best storytellers in country music. Ashley Jordan right here on HamiltonRadio.net. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Our goal is 250 subscribers by the end of April and 1,000 by the end of 2024. Help us get there. We would really appreciate that. One more time before Ruben plays us out with my intro with that sick guitar solo that he'll be air guitaring to. What's up, bud?
I was just
Where
about to
can
ask
people
that
get your
question.
music
I was
at?
about to
I
say,
am so
where
sorry.
can we find all your stuff?
No, that's okay. So my website is ashleyjordanmusic.com, JORDAN, and people can find me on Instagram, Ashley J Music, TikTok, Ashley Jordan Official, Facebook, just Ashley Jordan. And yes, people can check out all of my releases and updates will be on my website or via social media. And yeah, that's about it.
Beautiful, yo. We had a great. Listen, I don't know about you, John, but I had a phenomenal time. This was great. We talked about music. We talked about loss. We talked about swingers conventions. We talked about dogs. This was a great, well-rounded radio show. Can't complain. This is a great time. Thank you so much for coming on.
With the side of Sasquatch.
With a side of Sasquatch. Shout out to me when I took my shirt off. You know what I'm saying? Because
Discussion.
He's a hairy man.
I'm like you think.
Not just in the face.
Yeah, no, the beard makes me look 40. But when I take off my shirt, they're like, wow, are you divorced? I'm like, nope.
He's got the dad bod to prove it. So.
I do. That's why I don't want to get all
His
lean
dad
and
bod
stuff.
is telling lies.
That's why I'm glad I gained those 12 pounds. Now I got a fatherly bod. You know what I'm saying? Got to do the chub and tuck.
Got that pretzel bod right
All right,
there.
we're about. He's giving us the nod to get the heck out of here.
He's giving us the finger wave like I got rings on my fingers.
It was wonderful talking to you. I will drop you a follow on Instagram. I'll post up the show, tag you in it, whatnot, so you can repost it at your leisure, whatever the word is. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you so much. One more time, Ashley Jordan here on HamiltonRadio.net. There's the guitar solo.
There we go.
That's a lot of hair.
I know, right? Oh, I'm dizzy. That was fun.
You know what's actually kind of nice?
What?
For a lot of times for the shows, I have